under review are discussed. My name is Ogboka, your anchorman. On today's program, we shall be looking at the new Acting Chief Justice of Nigeria, Kudirat Kekere-Ekun, and the challenges ahead, especially the implementation of the Supreme Court verdict on local government autonomy. Ahead of the October 5 local government election in Rivers State, what is the preparation from Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, RSEC, to the participating political parties? We hear screening of candidates from councillorship candidates to chairmanship candidates as presented by the various political parties has begun. How are the present caretaker committee chairmen performing in Rivers State? We now take you, let's take a look at the empowerment program of Honorable Daddy Okpara Green, the CTC chairman of Ahoda West LGA, during the week under review. We shall come back to discuss other issues. Stay tuned as we bring you to speed reports of empowerment program embarked upon by the CTC chairman of Ahoda West LGA, Honorable Daddy Okpara Green. Stay tuned. Representative of Governor Fubara and leader of the Simplified Movement in Ahoda West, Honorable Sokari Goodboy, commended the council chairman for achieving such a feat in such a short time. He observed that since his assumption of office as caretaker chairman, Daddy Green has embarked on impactful and people-oriented projects. Governor Fubara representative called on the beneficiaries to put the items and money received to judicious use to better their lots.
That we are the only elected officers in Rivers State in PDP, and as such, we are not leaving PDP for anyone. When we came on word-to-word sensitization, I told you that the governor said the only crime that he has committed is placing the people first, and if that is the only crime, that he will continue to commit that crime and go to meet God with that single crime.
Rivers State Commissioner for Water Resources and Rural Development, Honorable Samuel Eyiba, the Okolomibe of Engene, King Moore MacLean, as well as other first-class government-recognized traditional rulers, lauded the project. The chairman, Daddy Green, handed out cars to the Nigeria Police, Joint Task Force, and Ekpe Security and Advisory Council, ESPAC, salon cars, cash gifts to 150 individuals, 1,000 bags of rice and gari. He promised to prioritize their well-being and ensuring consistent progress under his administration. The council chairman reiterated that the gesture was his commitment to developing the community and bringing governance closer to the people.
To replicate what His Excellency has been giving us as charge, he said, one, make sure you go to your various local government and make sure first you protect lives and property of your people. Number two, that you should make sure that you reach out to the people because there is so much hunger in the land. By doing this, I think we are saying that at least 15% of the hunger at the LGA will be reduced drastically.
Beneficiaries commended the CTC chairman for the initiative, describing it as capable of alleviating poverty in the land. Ogboka Umeda. You're welcome back. That was an empowerment program of Daddy Okpara Green, the CTC chairman of Ahoda West LGA. Let's go straight to business. With me in the studios is the treasurer of Port Harcourt Chamber of Commerce, Mines and Agriculture, FASIMA, talking about Surveyor EMMANUEL Obonda. Surveyor EMMANUEL Obonda is also the managing director and chief executive officer of Careful Suite Hotel, Woji. Careful Suite is one of the best hotels in Port Harcourt. Our managing director, stroke chief executive officer. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Mr. Boka.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Are you?
I'm fine.
Thank you. We are seeing another day.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right. Remember, this program is an interactive one. You can call us on 0902 331 9362. 0902 331 9362 to share your thoughts. Surveyor EMMANUEL Obonda, who is also the former Rotarian president.
By the grace of God.
Yes. The president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, during the week swore in the new acting Chief Justice of Nigeria, talking about Honorable Justice Kekere Eku. What is your agenda for her? I'm sure many Nigerians are with you on this.
Okay, thank you very much concerning that. And Via, good morning. Again, I actually, like you rightly asked, that's the situation we find ourselves now. Having a new Chief Justice of
Nigeria.
Mrs. Kudrat Kekere, as I know from the little history I've drawn from her, concerning her, I think from the background where she is coming from, from the parent side up to her level of experience, like I have noted, I think she is the second woman occupying that position after the first woman had it. I think she's the second. Yes, I think she's the second woman to occupy that position today. It's a history for her, and it's a history to Nigerians that we are now having a woman occupying that position under this issue of
gender
balance. So you understand that this is a good one. It's a welcome development for us as a people, as a Nigeria, and because we must give the women also a chance. So a woman has been given the chance. So much is expected of her. As a mother, you understand me, and as the likes of a woman, a pattern of livelihood, she should bring that experience to bear. Considering the fact that Nigeria has gone through a lot of turbulence times, and that we have had it rough, things are not balanced, people are crying, Nigerians are crying foul, issues are really on the plate. Nigerians are not giving their pride position. So our position now is a challenge to me for her, and that she must begin to sit up to balance issues, especially on the judiciary aspect. Crime has been the order of the day. Judiciary, people are looking at judiciary as had failed them. Nigerians have thinking that or feeling that judiciary had failed them, and judiciary was supposed to be the last hope of the common man. But in this case, it is not so. Anytime you hear or open your radio, you hear people crying, and then believing that things are not done well again. That if it has gotten to the level, the corruption has gotten into judiciary, meaning that Nigerians were finished. And so her coming on board is of a challenge now. And so she must have to tie her wrapper very well to face the reality on board. Because Nigeria will begin to look at her and assess her immediately. Yes, I know she is under acting capacity. She will soon be confirmed. And I pray that she be confirmed. But the truth is that looking at her history and where she has worked, I think she has worked in the robbery and firearms side of, and even in most cases, corrupt side of the tribunals and courts. Okay. She has worked. And so
she has worked corrupt related
cases. In corrupt related areas. And so she's embodied. She had experience. So we expect her to put those experience to bear, not minding whose horse is the gods, so that Nigeria can move forward. Because the judiciary in the heart of or in the lives of Nigerians, Nigerians have been feeling that they have failed us. So let her come in now to change the status of those areas that Nigerians are feeling bad on the side of judiciary, so that Nigeria can come back to its normal status judiciary-wise. So I see it that the issue so far now will be much.
Okay.
It will be much, but a lot of things have gone wrong. A lot have gone wrong. We have had issues of Onogan here. We have had issues of so many judges that are at the apex. You understand me? She has to come and correct those imbalances, and so that Nigeria can move forward. And so for me, it's a welcome development. I think I take it on the angle of gender balance, and that her coming on board is to pacify the side of the women who have not been given the chances up to that level. It has always been the men. So I take it on that side. And then I also say it is a welcome development.
It is a welcome development. You talked about gender balancing. I know that the symbol of justice, they'll say you see a woman tied in her eyes. I don't know why they use a woman, meaning that women are good at dispensing justice.
Yeah, exactly.
You have touched on corruption, which is one of the major issues confronting us as a society. As you have also talked about, you've talked on general issues now. Let us take a look at the corruption side, where some of our judges, many Nigerians are saying that some of our judges, they are alleging that some of our judges seem to be corrupt. In what way would you say that the new acting Chief Justice of Nigeria should clean up the system?
Yeah, like I started the introduction by saying that from my understanding,
yes,
concerning the acting Chief Judge, the woman in question now, I understand that she has served in different capacity that has to do with corruption-related issues. So I see that she's experienced in that order. So appointing her to that capacity now means that she already knows what she ought to know concerning corruption, and must not allow herself to be influenced, because the problem that we are having is executive influence. When the executive, we have three arms of government,
yes,
and we have the executive, we have the judiciary, we have the legislature. And now these two other arms of government allow the executive to always influence them, and that is why there is high rate of corruption in their own arms of government. Because, or should it be that after all, either the executive by its own appropriation denies the judiciary appropriate fund, and then allowing them, starving them of fund, which means they are not much independent, even if they claim to be independent.
But that's what the executive are saying.
Yes.
They're saying that the judiciary is independent.
Yes, but they claim that they are independent. But in the actual sense, are they really independent? That is in the practice, in the action. Are the judiciary really independent? So it becomes a problem. So the independence of the judiciary, fund-wise, had created a starvation on them. So most times, for them to dispense justice appropriately, either by them being starved, now makes them to do certain things which ought not to be, by accepting certain issues, either by influence. Remember, the judiciary does not only on issue of fund the judiciary also influence them in so many other ways, which include promotion and all the rest. So that is where I feel that even the Nigerian Bar Association and the rest of the organs that support
non-governmental organizations,
yes, that support judiciary should have been very strong to make sure they protect every this organ, judiciary organ, you know, and make sure that the judiciary does not impede on them, so that the justice they ought to dispel at any point in time can be received by the people. Because corruption was because they don't have much fund, they have been influenced on promotion.
Some are also desperate to be promoted.
I'm coming to that one.
Okay.
Some would have been due for promotion, but by the executive influence, some of them are not being promoted. So when it is time for a service to be done, which even may not be or may not favor the executive, they influence them in so many ways, either by denial, through which whatever means they want to use to impede on them, and these people will not dispense justice appropriately, and they will be afraid to do so. Even security wise, the insecurity in the judiciary today is high, that some of them cannot even dispense justice. A judge whose family is at risk, and you want to dispel a justice, and that justice does not favor the government of the day, the family will be at risk. It is either the person does what government wants them or the executive wants them to do, or they face the risk of either losing his family. So many challenges, insecurity in the side of the judiciary is high, and therefore must be tackled to enable the judiciary dispel or carry out their functions effectively. So I have seen a situation where the judiciary need to wake up, take the bull by the horn, stand firm, because they are organs of themselves, and must realize that the judiciary is on their own, and the executive is on their own, the legislators are on their own, and must not be influenced. It is an influence either by this other organs of government that has been a problem. Then the ones that they have created by themselves, by being attracted for money or greed or whatever that is a reason, collecting money at any point in time, because the people have offered them money and they will collect, and that would have created these other issues of corruption, which had made them not to play out appropriately. So I appeal to them to realize that they are serving the masses, and they are there for our purpose, and must also understand that they must do those things that will grow the nation. The nation is backward now, judiciary wise.
We need to move forward.
We need to move forward.
We need to move forward. Okay, let's take a look at the Supreme Court verdict on local government autonomy. You know, we are trying to look at the new acting Chief Justice and also the issues that has to do with local government autonomy. You know, of course, you know that the Supreme Court gave a verdict that the local government system, the local government administration, they are now, you know, autonomous. Now, there are issues regarding this. As a matter of fact, some who had clamored in the past that the River State governor should, you know, put the motion for local government election to take place. Now, the River State governor, you know, has, of course, you know that Rstv is an independent body, has given all the necessary support to Rstv for them to conduct local government election. But here we are, some group of persons are in the court, asking the court that as a matter of fact, there is a court injunction restraining INEC from releasing voters register. There's also an injunction that the police should not participate in the October 5 election. There's also an injunction, a whole lot of injunction. At the moment, the 23 LGA secretariats are on the lock and key, courtesy of, I don't know. How do you look at this in view of the fact that the Supreme Court has given a verdict that the local government administration should be autonomous?
Okay, let me start from the last one.
Yes.
Those who had watched Arise any part of this month,
Our sister channel.
yes,
Okay.
would have understood my stand on the issue of police still occupying the
Secretariat
of the 23 local government. I've advised the IG and all the rest of the security agents to understand that they are denying the 23 local governments.
Can we just give to this? He has been calling for that. Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Yes, you're live on News Tips. Tell us your name and your location.
Yes, sir. My name is Phil.
Okay.
Calling from Woji.
Okay. Share your thoughts.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you.
I would appreciate you. Your program is so enlightening.
Thank you.
I want to make a comment. The new
Acting Chief Justice of Nigeria.
happened there. Just like the case said, the welcome to government. It's a nice one. But the corruption is necessary to the thing that will make it because of our precedents. What I think is president, somebody that fought for democracy, respected his decision, and respect this community.
We seem not to be.
The state that would announce, it's like our Android phone and happening us. And if you don't respect it, the phone will be hanging.
Okay.
The whole system, judiciary, executive, everything is corrupt. The local government creation, autonomy is a good thing, but it's like putting a new mind in an old one. The system is corrupt. We need the respect. We need a new constitution. No matter how good people is, the system that we are now is not what can move this country forward. Imagine what the people is doing. The police is doing as a local government because they are taking orders from Abuja.
Yes.
And so they are interfering in this thing is not working. We need a brand new constitution.
Okay.
We need to respect the mind of Nigerians.
Okay.
This presidential state of government, imagine the years that crying. This is day one of this government. Man is saying, please enjoy with us, enjoy with us. They are busy enjoying, trying new things.
Okay.
Nigerians are the only one declaring. This is not showing any example that the Democrat is busy with. People came out to protest. They are knocking them up. It's not even listening. The president will not need people to come and say, who are the leaders. He can come, go to that place and protest and say, my people are heard you. This is what we are going to do. And they do something immediately. He can give orders to the National Assembly. What do we need now? See, what is happening in Nigeria today? To be very honest, I like the man with the studio. He's saying the truth. What is happening in Nigeria today? And that is succeed in making people keep quiet or stopping the protest. We are sitting on the time.
In a nutshell, what you're advocating is that we should have a new constitution.
So the mindset everybody should be respect. We are not, to be very honest with you, the system of government we are having now is not favoring the majority of the people. It's favoring a few people. It's doesn't favor us.
Thank you.
As long as we continue like this, the federal government, the EFCC will hide in local jack, and they will be looking for local government and when they will spend all the money. No, now we're not going to work.
Thank you very much.
The system of government that will favor us, that will bring Nigeria to do what do we need to national assembly for example. What are they doing? They use 24 hours to do national anthem.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you. We appreciate it.
I think what he's advocating is that the system of government today is not favoring quite a number of Nigerians, the larger masses.
Yes.
So a situation where we should balance it is what he's advocating.
Okay.
We should change the mindset, change the constitution.
He said we should reset.
We should reset our mind and our system.
Okay.
So that we can come back to status quo where all Nigerians will be carried along, and then there will be a better economy for us to enjoy. I think that is
exactly what he's
exactly
saying.
What
you were talking about. You were talking
so,
about.
like I was talking about the questions you asked. I said, let me start from your eyes, the barricading of the gates of the 23 local government by the Nigerian police. And I have said that if anybody who had been observing or had been following me up would have understood that my stand. On Arise, I came out openly and I said it. I advise IG to please leave that place, because they are not only
as in he should order his men
out, because he is not only barricading it to favor whoever or the few or the people that he wishes to favor, but that the truth is that the entire local government in Rivers State is suffering because a lot of people are denied. If there is nothing that people are denied, these identification letters that our children now that are going back to school we need for identification in most cases have been denied.
Some also need it for employment.
Some also need it for employment. They need it for so many things. Even to travel, they need all these letters. The people now are now looking for places to go and do that. And the citizens who have whose offices are just scattered all around are not doing that in their different cannot be found in the offices because the crisis situation that people have meted on the state is now putting everything in disarray. And you see the citizen chairman doing one thing, protecting security and all the rest of them, trying to make sure that there is peace in their local government and the state in general. These are too many work that police should have been doing, and not to go and start barricading the local government gates. You know, they should leave the people, let the civil servant whom we are paid. Well, because people are being paid.
Yes.
There are civil servants that are being paid to man certain offices in the local government. Those persons need to do their work. They need a good environment and not to be loitering all around. You know, there is no comfort. Somebody has been given office to do a work or the job he has been assigned to do, and all you do is to barricade the office. How does that person perform? How does that person give maximum efficiency, do very well in that regard? Every month you go and pay that person. Every month you pay. Are we not wasting our resources? So that means police is supporting the wastage of our resources. So let us begin to understand. I have asked IG, please back up. Ask your people to back up. Leave the local government for Christ's sake. Let the status quo come back to stay. Let the people go back to their office. Let the people return to give that service they are meant to give to their people. The people are wallowing. The people are suffering. Why must this continue to happen? Is it because one man has decided that it should be so, and then somebody the state, even at the level where people are fomenting crisis, still the state is still refusing or rejecting whatever pressure that the negativity of that crisis would have brought upon the state. Shows that God's hand is upon this state.
God's hand is upon.
So why can't police help to cushion that effect, to allow peace to reign?
Necessarily being at the gate.
At the gate.
Transgate, yeah.
It must not be at the gate. Let the gate.
Okay.
I appeal to IG to please quit, ask his people to quit. Let me use this opportunity.
Okay.
Because I am still on that regard. You know, I told you it is one of my passion. I am speaking it today. Let them leave that gate.
Let them leave the gate. Thank you very much. Okay, because of time, can we quickly look at the preparation for the October 5 local government election? Of course, in view of the fact that the Supreme Court has given a verdict allowing for local government autonomy, and the River State Governor, Sassinala Ifobara, in line with that verdict, you know, has given necessary support to River State Independent Electoral Commission for them to conduct an election and ensure that, you know, our local government administration is manned by constitutionally elected chairmen and councillors. What are your thoughts about the October 5 local government election?
I welcome that idea and that development.
Okay.
You see, there had been the cry by some persons that it is against the constitution appointing
Caretaker.
And that I know the governor we have in River State is an embodiment of justice. He knows what justice is all about.
Even though he's not a lawyer.
Even though he's not a lawyer, he's a wise man.
Okay.
He has served in different capacities under the government of River State. And so he understands the government very well.
Okay.
So I give that to him. And so if you ask me, today, RSEC has been given the mandate, and RSEC gave 3 months for people to get prepared.
Yes.
And now, that 3 months will soon elapse. In other words, election has been scheduled to hold on the 5th of October.
Yes.
In other words, meaning that whatever is the problem that had been people's mind, agitations, must be cleared and finally put to rest
After
5th of October. And I expect that every hand must be on deck towards that, since that was the cries of some persons claiming that, oh, the governor have not done an election for local government and shouldn't have had CTC chairman occupying the position. But there is something I want to let them know, or I want to let the public know. In a situation where there is a crisis that erupted very close to the election period, the governor must study this. And he has studied it and has given time. And today, it is balanced for election to hold in the state. And so whoever that is thinking that when you are on top of the crisis, he should have also been part of that crisis to increase it, when he knows that the people that are fomenting the crisis are the ones that are at the helm of affairs, and you expect him to go and then begin to join you, so that the problem would have increased. My brother, there is no good governor that would have allowed that to happen. Any governor that loves his people would not allow such to happen. So I expect that Nigerians or Rivers people must support the governor to be able to conduct this election, so that the appropriate persons will occupy the local government as the constitution said. So the issue whether Supreme Court had given verdict or not, after all, RSEC gave this order of 90 days before that judgment. People must know And so they are still in process. They are still in tandem with organizing election. So it mustn't be that you accept they do it when you are in the office. After all, it has been in the past. Caretakers has been the order of the day over years. If all of us know, states have been doing appointed caretakers. As at now, over 23 states, or about 24 states, are operating in their states with caretaker chairman. So our state is not the first, has never been the last, I will not be the last either. But I believe that what is good, and that is making sure that the independence of local government is officially and must allowed to operate. And that is my advice on that.
Okay.
But be that as it may,
yes,
people should stop fermenting and creating problems in the state. They were the one who said he should have conducted election before now. Now that time has been given, and you are going to court to stop every other persons, which include the securities, the police, DSS, and all the rest of the security agency not to participate. What sort of a man are such people that you just don't want the joy of your people? All you want is just for your people to start crying. Is that what you want? And you call yourself a leader? A leader that will always want to impede on his people, want his people to be suffering? You said they should have conducted an election, and you are now going back to court to stop that election to be conducted. What is your own? Have there not been research in the past that has been conducting election? Even when I hear on radio that some persons could come on TV and social media and even in Arise to claim that they stay in the office and write the result. These are the things that I hate hearing. Security is there hearing this kind of a thing. Such persons should have been called to order, and even by now should have been queried for making such utterances.
Okay.
So I believe that by the grace of God, the process the governor has told, setting this in motion to conduct election on October 5 is a welcome development and must be allowed to be concluded.
Okay, within 2 minutes now, I know that some of the caretaker committee chairmen are performing. As a matter of fact, we just saw an empowerment program by the caretaker committee chairman of Ahoda West LGA. While preparing for this election, within 2 minutes, I wanted to round up 2 minutes. Do you encourage some of them that if they have the opportunity, to be so elected, do you think that they should be there as an elected chairman this time around?
Okay, let me also
on a general
buttress
within
more.
2 minutes.
Yes, buttress on this issue more. I see 3 months is not enough for you to judge anybody. But in the light of the situation we have found ourselves, anybody that should be given such opportunity, the 3 months is also an opportunity
to judge.
Yes, an opportunity for you to prove to the people that if given an opportunity more, that you can do better. So I assume that the 23 caretaker chairman today, there are some who have performed less, who have not performed optimal.
They should go home.
The governor should relieve them, and then let those ones go home. But those ones that have performed, I believe that their people should give them opportunity to perform, because they deserve that position, so that they cannot do better than what their 3 months could not do. They could not do in 3 months. So that is my advice on that.
What's your last take?
My last take in today's program is that since we are all looking at the current affairs, that Nigerians, first and foremost, we should all be at alert, because we have finished the protest that...
When you say we have finished, were you part of that?
We are Nigerians.
Okay.
Are you not a Nigerian?
I am a Nigerian.
We all are Nigerian. The protest was an approved thing,
okay,
and we all embarked on it.
Okay.
And then now that we are embarked on it, it is expected that every areas or gray areas that the people have pointed out, that the federal government should start immediately to cushion that effect. All the areas that have been looked at, both in food, both in agriculture, in the economy, generally every areas that the people have talked about. It's insecurity in the land, all that social amenities, and all the rest of them.
They should look at them.
They should look at them.
And
generally, I also advise our upcoming or acting Chief Justice of Nigeria to please realize that he also needs to sit up and help Nigeria. Let the system change for better.
So that judiciary truly will be the hope of the
common man, as they say it.
Thank you very much, EMMANUEL Ogbonda, for leading. You continue to talk and talk, because it seems you are a good orator anyway. Thank you very much for coming, for becoming part of this program.
Thank you.
That is the size of the package. Join us same time next week for another edition of the program. Until then, on behalf of the head of station, Fingesi Onisera, and the head of news, Pat Chicks Mefo, my name remains Ogboka Umeda. Good morning.